Welcome to Common Ground. My name is Fernandito Bossa, intern for Sheriff Steve W. Toscan. Today my guest is Nigel, and he's here to talk about El Jolgorio Navideño, the TAG program, and a little bit about everything, why this program is so important and why it's a fundraiser for this particular program. So let me welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Fernandito.
So let's begin clarifying your full name and your title.
My name is a little long-winded. It's Nigel Rossello Cornier. I'm here representing El Jolgorio Navideño. I am the Director of Marketing for the TAG Association, which now puts on El Jolgorio Navideño, and we've been doing it for the last 3 years.
Great. So maybe we should begin with the TAG a little bit. Let's begin with the TAG program, and then we'll go to the Jolgorio. We'll leave the best part for last. What is the TAG program? Because you're an alumni of the TAG program, and I believe it's out of UMass Boston. Tell us about that organization or the schooling and what is the organization?
So, like I said, I'm the director of the TAG Alumni Association, the TAG Association, and we're a group of alumni who all took part in the TAG program at UMass Boston. TAG stands for Talented and Gifted. It's a program mostly aimed at Latino youth, middle school and high school. We have programs that are after-school programs in schools where it's a more of a club type of thing at a lot of the exam schools and in English high school, and it's more of like a club where people just congregate with fellow-minded Latino youth. And then we have Saturday Academy at TAG, which is a Saturday program for students, get them involved and continue their education. And then we also have a summer program. So it's a broad array of programming that supports Latino youth, after school, throughout the year, during the summer.
Oh, okay. So then it's throughout any school? Is there any school? Does it go out and through all other schools, or specifically in one area?
So TAG programs are located in all of the exam schools. Okay. So it's more like a club, like I said. Mm-hmm. So Boston Latin Academy, O'Brien School as well, Boston English. I believe East Boston has a TAG program as well. It's in high schools where there's a large concentration of Latino youth. Okay. But then the program, is available to anyone, who is a Latino youth or who goes to these schools. On Saturdays and during the summer as well.
Yeah, and other than everyone differently going for school for the reasons they might get into different majors, the program that really, when you guys come together, conversation can be about almost anything, and you can really dialogue about any conversation and sort of build up the Latino empowerment.
Yeah. So really, it's aimed at empowering youth, really, and supporting our youth. Things like college prep programs. We have various, different workshops on weekends where they do like mock interviews and things that are going to prepare them for life, and just to show them that they really are, supported, Where the Alumni Association comes in is, we've established a mentoring program where we go in and mentor these youth, and we have a vast network of alumni who have graduated either from the TAG program, who have participated as teachers. Many people who have been teachers in the TAG program have gone on to be teachers in, public schools, and they were formerly TAG students. So it's definitely a vast network of alumni. Then we go back and support our program and our youth.
And after like you said, you guys go back and support the youth. Is there like once you leave and you graduated, and you have the younger folks coming in and joining the program, do the folks that graduated and already left, do they also come back and do sort of speeches for classrooms, or do they speak on behalf of where they went from that experience, where they are today, and what they're doing with their lives, to sort of the ones that are coming along and kind of get a chance to see, like, well, that's where I'm going, or that's, it's kind of like supporting?
So there's various activities throughout the year where we all get together. There's what happens with a lot of the students who graduate from the TAG summer program is they go on to be teachers' assistants, and work as counselors in the summertime and on weekends, and then many of them go on to be teachers. So it's kind of like a circle, and once in TAG, people always stay involved in some way or another and support. And then the mentoring program that we've established is another way for alumni to get involved and mentor our youth.
Okay. That sounds really good. It sounds like a great program to be involved in. And who does the outreach? How do they know how to get involved?
People can just reach out to TAG. TAG is located at UMass Boston. Tito Lugo is one of the main people running it. You can reach out to him, get involved. There's positions that people can apply for.
You guys also do like an email blast sometimes, right?
We do email blast. Yeah, we do email blast. So I'm more involved on the alumni association side. I will always support TAG, and we will always support TAG. But on the alumni association part, we're mainly responsible for the mentoring program that we've established, and that's where El Holgorio comes in and ties it in. So we use the Holgorio to fundraise for that.
Okay, great. And Tito Lugo, good friend of mine, definitely a tremendous and outstanding musician, flute player, who does inspire a lot of youth and also a lot of musicians and puts us in great spirits to dance beautiful music that he plays. So then the TAG program going into the Holgorio Navideño, which is the largest Latino gala event of the year. And that's what the day is coming, December 10th, Saturday, December 10th at the Westin on the waterfront, Boston Westin on the waterfront. How do those two work together? How does the TAG and the El Holgorio Navideño work together?
So El Holgorio Navideño is the largest Latino gala in New England. It's celebrating its 27th year. It was established by Puerto Ricans in Boston who wanted to bring back that holiday spirit that was celebrated in Puerto Rico with arroz con gandules, with lechon, and that community and companionship that is so well recognized in Puerto Rico and other Latino countries. It's very vibrant. So we wanted to create that, and it started off as a Puerto Rican event, but it has grown beyond that. It's the largest Latino gala, and it's an amazing event. This is the third year that the TAG Association is going to be hosting El Holgorio of the 27 years. The president of the TAG Association is Elich Tabora, who was very involved with TAG and was the assistant director for many years. The vice president for the TAG Association is Pamela Leans. She was involved for TAG for many years. I went to Boston Latin with both Elich and Pam, and we participated in the TAG program, where Elich was also the president of our local our high school TAG program at Boston Latin. And then we also have Jose Lopez, who is our accountant, for the TAG Association.
Oh, great.
And Jose used to be a teacher at TAG as well.
Oh, so wow, it's definitely the whole club there.
Yeah. No, we've stayed involved.
That's good. So we go back to El Holgorio Navideño, which is the largest Latino gala of the year, and one of the things that you mentioned as the year's 27th year, it started as a gathering of Puerto Ricans, almost in a basement of some great folks in the Puerto Rican community who wanted to celebrate the culture, the music, and the cuisine, the Puerto Rican food, really, which is very traditional, and the dance. And then it just wandered out of a basement into a hall in the community, sort of, where it ran for many years. It had an upstairs and downstairs in Mosley on the Charles, and then it needed to expand. Eventually went to the Trade Center, the Convention Center, and now being at the Boston Westin at the waterfront in Boston. You have an icon, 10 Grammy Award-winning gentleman who's coming to perform.
Yep. So this Musically, this is probably going to be the best Holgorio yet. We've lined up Eddie Palmieri, who's an icon in salsa and Latin jazz. It's probably the best guest that we've ever had in the history of El Holgorio. So we're trying to make it one of the best Holgorios of all time. And like you talked about the progression, yeah, it started with Jaime Rodriguez and a few others, in a basement, and expanded to several different halls. Mosley's on the Charles for many years. Then we hosted it at the convention center, and it got a little bit kind of too big, So now we brought it to, next door, the Westin on the waterfront, where it's still a large event, but it has more of that homey feel. It's a plated dinner. You can get your tickets at www.holgorio.org. It's on December 10th. It's from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m., and it's going to be an extraordinary event. And musically, it's probably going to be the best Holgorio yet. We're celebrating Eddie Palmieri's birthday starting that day.
80th, no?
It's 80th, yeah.
80th picture. And if you haven't heard his music, you might want to go to YouTube and just put in Eddie Palmieri for those that maybe just for the first time are hearing the name, but listen to the music. It's just well worth it. It's definitely for anyone who can move and anyone who loves to dance or even just loves Latin music. It's definitely a place to be Saturday, December 10th, to join us on that large, huge event. Also, we wanted to talk about a significant person who also made a difference in this whole entire sort of Latino, educational, plus gifted, that gave a lot.
So yeah, I did forget to mention that earlier when we were speaking about the TAG program that Lucia Myerson David, amazing person, mentor to me and many others, was the person who founded TAG at UMass Boston. She passed some years ago, but left a great legacy, and that's one of the reasons why we continue to fight. Lucia was also a very big supporter of El Holgorio as well. It's so appropriate that TAG, the TAG Association started putting on El Holgorio because it ties in very, very well. Prior to us taking over, all the proceeds would go to Hispanic Writers Week and a few other programs which are essential to our community as well. But the relationship between TAG and El Holgorio has been significant for many years, and now it's very appropriate that all proceeds are going to the TAG mentoring programs.
Yeah, it is. El Holgorio Navideño is a 501c3, so it's tax deductible, and all the funds will go to support, the youth that will then be coming around and getting scholarships and getting the, all the education that is needed. But within that same good cause, and as we all been around to many galas and functions for all the great more reasons of supporting our community, is that you're going to also have a wonderful event. It is, people do get dressed up. Some wear the best tuxedos, and some ladies wear the best gowns, and everybody looks so beautiful. And, it is a place to definitely reunite, almost like a high school reunion, but yet it's almost like a prom night, but at the same time, it can feel like a wedding, and it just goes on and on and on. It's family. It's friends. It's Christmas. It's celebrating a good cause, and TAG could be no better than being the one behind all this great things. But I wanted to ask you, how did you come along and get involved with El Holgorio Navideño? Because there's got to be a little story behind that.
There is, yeah. So I just wanted to go back a little bit. The 501c3 is the TAG Association.
Okay.
So you can reach out to us through our website. And we still have a couple of sponsorships available that we're seeking to help out with our cause. And yeah, so I'll go into El Holgorio a little bit. Now El Holgorio is a very formal event. People get dressed up in their gowns and their tuxes. There's no jeans allowed. It's a semi-formal to formal event, and it's an amazing party. But when El Holgorio started, it was just a bunch of families. Mm-hmm. So I, as a child, would go to El Holgorio with my parents, before you could bring your kids, and it was a little bit more homey. It's not what it was before. It's not the same now. But I've maybe been to 15 out of the 27 Holgorios. once I was in college, I started bringing some of my college friends into El Holgorio. We would go as groups and have a great time, and really, it got some of my friends to really buy into the Latino community in Boston. I feel like some of my best friends, who stayed and lived in Boston, who may have been from New York or elsewhere, attend El Holgorio every year because I brought them. And I'm sure there's many cases like that where, people started going with their families and, then they brought their college friends or their high school friends as well, and those people have continued to go. So it's really an awesome tradition, and, it's definitely more elevated and a little bit more sophisticated now than it was before, but it still serves a great, great purpose, and it's a wonderful event.
And El Holgorio, for those that are English speakers, what does El Holgorio as a word itself, what is that, what's the definition, or what does that mean, like in English, El Holgorio?
It's like a community gathering.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but the El Holgorio Navideño is a Christmas community gathering. So, typically in Puerto Rico, if you use the word Holgorio, it's when a bunch of people get together and like community and get together and sing and dance. And El Holgorio Navideño is a Christmas gathering, community gathering.
So again, we want to just remind you that this is taking place December, Saturday the 10th. And it's El Holgorio Navideño 2016, the 27th year, with the headliner Eddie Palmieri. Tickets could be, you can get tickets online, www.elholgorio.org. And we'd love to see you there. We'd love to be part of this great function, event, gala, and it's for a good cause. It's fundraising for TAG, which is helping put young folks through school, and that's amazing. That's amazing. It's just talking about it excites me, and I like the way the community has already kind of stepped up. Everywhere I go, people are talking about it, and they're getting their mothers and grandmothers and uncles and aunts.
There's a buzz. There's definitely a buzz this year with Eddie Palmieri coming, and you're having fun. You're having a communal event, and you're helping out a great cause. Like what better than that?
Yeah. And he's such a great guy too. I mean, I've met him a few times, but recently he did a press conference at Casa de Pedro in Boston, and he's just a really easy and fun guy to be with. He loves to laugh. He enjoys people. He has a history of traveling the world, and wherever he goes, bringing his music. It's just amazing how he can just transform that. And like you mentioned, it's Latin jazz. It's superb. It's superb. So in the last 2 minutes that we're getting ready to wrap up the show, is there anything that we want to say that we've either missed, or are we just inviting everyone again and go to the website?
I think we covered everything, man. Yeah, definitely go to holgorio.org, check out the website. You can also go on our Facebook as well, and you can see pictures of past events, even previous to ours, and you can really tell, like, from the pictures and from some of our missions and what we're trying to do. That, like I said, it's a wonderful event, great cause. The Latino community in Boston is going to show up in force. We're going to roll out the red carpet for you, and we're going to make our presence felt. I think it's also very important that we continue to support TAG as an organization. There've been some budget cuts, at the city level, that have affected TAG and the Department of Education. And I think we need to push our city officials and our city councilors to let them know that, it's an integral program to our community. It's extremely beneficial to our community, and so many, alumni have come out of it. Just to name a few, Felix Arroyo Jr., we've had teachers, they've ranged from Jorge Arce. We've had involvement from, several members of the prominent Latino community, and several alumni who've graduated from the program or were teachers who've gone on, to college and to, running school districts and lawyers. And, it's a very integral part of our community. We need to continue to support the TAG program, and attending El Holgorio is one way to do it.
Nigel, thank you so much for coming on to the show, Common Ground, and telling us all that good stuff. So we look forward to seeing you there. And now, that's Common Ground.